Are there any references to other teachers, historical references? Maybe these type of references that teachers go back to, that basically you can identify with now, today?
Well, in terms of that, a lot of our references are, I would say, more for the present day. There are many sort of scholars, many educational scholars, and many teachers who have gone on to become sort of pioneers in their own separate rights. And a lot of us, we quote by them, and we always sort of try to pick up the best in their sort of pedagogy, with their sort of approach and strategy. However, I'd like to form my own.
Are there any that inspire you?
There are two, and those two are living.
Go ahead.
I say two, now there's three when I think about it. The first person was my head teacher in primary school, a gentleman called Bill O'Doherty. And he was a teaching head teacher. He wasn't a head teacher stuck in the office. He interacted with the children. He fought very hard. And at that age, I didn't know the kind of struggles and challenges that he was going through as a head teacher. But as I grew older and I found out more about the school, I realized how passionate he was to make a difference. There were many a time that he was called into meetings with the Board of Governors about the decisions that he has made, and with the local authority. And this is all hearsay, but some of it was accurate, where he would stand alone on the decisions that he's made for the best interest of the school and the best interest of his children. And his founding belief was that the children deserve every good thing that comes to them. They must be provided to it, no matter what. The kids will always be kids, and that was his mantra. Whereas the other people that he worked with may have taken it on a personal approach. And I founded one of my beliefs based on him. The second gentleman to inspire me was a man called Jeffrey Vincent. He was my maths teacher, form tutor in secondary school. And he was a brilliant maths teacher. The way that he taught was amazing. Very strict, very non-negotiable, but the way that he taught, his strategy, the way to explain things was absolutely brilliant. And that was part of my mantra as well, to make sure that education is accessible to all children, no matter how great or how much their ability is, or how little they have, how much confident they are in the subject, how little confident they are. He taught me that anybody can be taught. That's the message that I got from him. And the third person was a gentleman called Serge Sifai. Now, he was the deputy head when I was at secondary school in Sacred Heart, and he then later on became the head teacher of Sacred Heart. And even to now, I mean, I went there, my sister still goes there, and I went there the other day, and he said, if you want a job, you can come teach maths here, because we know how good you are. And I was quite surprised at the offer, and I said, I want to make a difference in secondary school. And I said to him, if I can make a difference with the children in primary school, then you won't have the issues that you are facing now, because it all stems from there. The issues don't start in secondary school. They are manifested, and they are manipulated, and they are programmed way earlier in a child's life. And if I can make the positive impact then your life as a secondary school teacher would be easy. But going back to the point, yes, he was very strict, and it was surprising to know that he was actually African, despite his skin. He's from Tunisia. I believe Tunisia is from Africa, right? Yeah. He's an African man, and he was so relatable. He knew what his job was, and he knew what he had to do. So when it came down to it, he was the head teacher that they feared and respected at the same time. But they respected him because they knew that he had the best interests at heart. But he can play it cool. He can be related to the kids. This gentleman is 60 odd now. What does a 60-year-old pale-skinned man have to do with inner city kids of different nationalities and different faiths? With everything. Because he made sure, and again, this is my mantra, he made sure that he had a personal connection with each and every single child. The man is now an executive head of two different secondary schools in South London. He's appeared on the news, he's appeared in workshops. People that I work with know of his name. And he's the third person that's inspired me.
Yo, I don't need a coach. I don't need advice.
Okay, all right, good talk, coach. Thanks.